For this work folder, I want you to do three things. First, I want you to look through your textbook and pick one chapter that you think you would like to read based on its contents. So, you get to pick, but have it be something that honestly you think it might benefit you. So once you select that chapter, you'll need to read it and skim it. I'm not asking you to read every word, but to read and skim it. And then to go ahead and why don't we pick three things out of that chapter that you think are going to benefit you if you can learn how to do that. And then explain to me how you're going to try to implement those three things in your learning experience ASAP, this semester or this term. So just again, to repeat that, that's going to be your textbook report, textbook reading report. Pick a chapter, any chapter that you think can actually benefit you, read and skim it, and then pick three things, list them, and then after you list each one, explain after that how you are going to try to implement it in your activity right now, starting this week. So that's just getting you to go ahead and work through the textbook and get content out of it. And if I were to choose and assign, I don't know if I would be, servicing all of you, because maybe that would be something, if I were to choose chapter 7, for example, maybe you're okay with that. Maybe you already have that as a skill set. So I think moving forward, I want to see you make the book work for you. And part of that would be pick and choose those chapters that are going to benefit you. So again, pick a chapter, read it, skim it, list three things you want to try to do, and explain in what class or in what way you're going to try to immediately implement it. Now, don't go overboard on this. You're not trying to impress me with some sort of over-the-top, plan. It's much better to have a smaller plan and to have success in that smaller plan, success that you can build on as you ingrain it as a habit and then move forward and expand it. So, you don't necessarily have to tell me that you're going to take this study habit and implement it into every single one of your classes every day. Maybe that study habit is something you're going to try in one class when it meets for those 2 lectures a week or whatever. So let's see what you do with that. Now, when you write up that report, just go ahead and proofread it to make sure that there are no spelling or grammar mistakes, and then just send it through, the online classes portal. All right, the other thing I want you to do, I want you to do 2 more things, is I want you to fill out the accountability report. And that is, things like, I've checked my email, I've checked my calendar, that sort of thing this week regularly. So those activities form sort of a checklist that I want you to do every week. And at the end of every week, you need to, every work folder, which is usually a week. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, but whatnot. At the end of every work folder, you will affirm that you've done that. Okay. I say sometimes those work folders are 2 weeks because sometimes this class runs on a 16-week schedule. Sometimes it runs on a 10-week schedule. Sometimes it runs on an 8-week schedule. So there was a little slip on my part as I referred to work folders as weeks. But it may be a week, it may be 10 days. But what the point is, at the end of the work folder, you're able to affirm that you've regularly done these activities that are good for you if you're trying to develop good student habits. Okay, so far you pick a chapter in your textbook, read, skim, pick 3 things, list them, explain how you're going to implement them. Second thing, you fill out the accountability report. Now the third thing I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and tell me where you are with the handheld reading. Have you ordered the book from your public library, from the school's library? Have you actually got an audiobook? Are you listening? Are you trying to grow in terms of vocabulary, in terms of paragraph skill? Not only, not only just learn about the book and the content, but are you trying to learn how the book presents information to you and literacy to you? So that's I would like a short paragraph that explains to me, right, where you are with this, you know, and I want you to be engaged with the class on a regular basis. All right. So this is not something anymore that, um, I am directing. I'm sort of transitioning over so that I'm allowing you to kind of direct your work and the class. So, and there is a sense there where I'm wondering if you're going to be efficient in this, right? Because you're in charge of it now and you can let it slip and slide and you might not be able to check in for a couple of weeks. That's not a good idea. Okay, so that's where you would use a calendar to say I need to manage my college reading and study skills class, right? So recognize that we're kind of meeting in the middle in terms of I'm allowing you to now pick your content, pick the book you're reading, pick how you're reading it, pick reading in the textbook, pick things that you're going to work on, and that sort of thing. So take charge of that, take ownership, and really, stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. So again, use your calendar, use your planner if you have that on your phone or whatever you need to do to make sure that daily you're saying, this is what I need to do for this class and for that class, and college reading and writing skills needs to be there on a regular basis. So that's what we're doing this week, and I'll have the submission links, put up there on our online class space. So be sure that you are going there and submitting your work so that you don't delay this and uh, end up with a huge task, towards the end of the semester. All right. Thank you for watching.